Hello folks, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In today's video, we'll be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by your faculty Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we will be looking into today? Should India build a sovereign foundational AI model? In this video, we'll be discussing as to why is it news, what is the relevance of it to your UPSC, that is your GS paper 3. We will also be looking into the sovereign foundational AI model, what are the advantages of it, what are the disadvantages of it, and a way forward. Alright, let's get the video started. Look at this. Why is a sovereign foundational AI model needed? Before that, first let's understand what is a sovereign foundational AI model. It is as simple as the model building, the resources, training, etc. of all this AI model are within a country to suit its local requirement, and also it doesn't have to rely on any other country. Presently, if you see all the major and almost not just the major, all the AI models are your under the sovereignty of your USA, under your OpenAI, Meta, Google. Okay, fine. Okay, they are having, all the tech giants are having. So what is it going to have an impact on India? For example, your US is now putting restriction on your Huawei's AI chips. So whenever a foreign country puts a limitation on a particular thing for which, let's say, India uses or India has relied on it, then it automatically puts a burden on this country also. And also this is coming at a period of time where there is trade wars going on. Now when we say, the AI and trade war, what are we discussing? So when I say trade war, presently is going on between your USA and China. This is more of direct attack. Yeah, I will put sanctions on you, you will put sanctions on me. But also one more thing that's happening is that China is also having an issue with the tech giants of USA. Why? Because then they will do, the tech giants, be it the country or their capitalistic or their companies, will have an undue advantage to the parent company. Yes or no? That is what the China is claiming. Now, what has happened to China will anytime soon happen to India also. So, because of that, your countries like China, EU are developing their own sovereign AI models. For what? So as to reduce the dependence on USA. Because whether we like it or not, AI is the next important thing which we have started feeling the presence already. Maybe it hasn't affected us that much, but in due course of time, it will affect the workforce. Whether how it will impact the workforce is how we determine whether we will upskill, whether we will reskill and try to integrate AI into our economic model, or we will completely stay away from it and then we will be beaten ahead with that. So now the challenge lies is, should India do something about it? The answer is very much yes. Now more than ever, India should build a sovereign foundational AI model if it doesn't have to lag behind. The same work is done by China and EU, which India also should start doing. First and foremost, it is the technological sovereignty. Like I mentioned, the majority of the AI foundational models, all the technological sovereignty is held by your USA. When we are not going to have our own, like I explained what a technological sovereign foundation model means, we will, if we do not have one of our own, there will be constant dependence on foreign entities. So in times of need and demand, we will have to rely on them, and also this will put in huge economic pressure. Yes, maybe the initial cost might be higher, but if you see, for example, let's say your OpenAI's GPT-4 is costing for every single query. If it is for just a single query, imagine for big your business contracts, how big operational volume it is. So it will cost us more than what we would have costed us had we built one. India specific AI applications would be better for India because the foreign entities do not cater only for us. And also, see, it is already in progress where AI for Bharat, wherein we can infuse the 22 specific languages. Your translation into local languages can happen, that will be better for us. Yes, if this much of. Now, let's see what are the advantages of this sovereign AI model. Mostly, first and foremost, is control over AI ethics and regulations. It will be more specific to India, its job market, in key sectors such as health, education. Yes, long term saving cost, like we mentioned. Yes, to build a model, we might have to put in huge investment, but this is less compared to what we have to pay them in maintenance, what we have to, and this would lead to innovation and job creation. If left, AI has the capability to create millions of jobs, or more like 2 million jobs by 2030. And this is very much needed for us if we have to visualize the dream of Vikshit Bharat by 2047. And there is huge resilience in global AI competition. Like I mentioned, your China and EU are all building their own sovereignty AI models so as to reduce their dependence on USA. And if India doesn't act on this, then India will be lagging behind on one of the key important drivers and change in the economy. China's own is Baidu's Ernie and EU is Alip Alpha. Because now, what are the challenges that India faces in building a AI model? First and foremost is high costs of development. And second thing is lack of AI specific hardware. For example, you need GPUs, your graphic processing, you need such as NVIDIA H100, but India doesn't have one. Okay, so this is putting one of the stressors on us. When we speak about your high costs of development, now let's say your Meta's Llama 4 is expected to cost around $1 billion. Understanding? Now, yes, challenges are there in every single thing, but there is also a workaround, or there is also one thing that India is very much known for. We have to be very mindful about the resource allocation and resource reuse. One common example is your OpenAI. Instead of rebuilding an entire model, they just made certain changes to your Meta's Llama at a fraction of cost compared to what it leads there. Another thing is your small domestic AI market. With regard to India, see, AI with your developed nations is different compared to your developing nations because of our easy labor cost. The labor is available at a very small cost. So the AI isn't presently posing threat for us. So the demand is also very smaller, and also government procurement bottlenecks. If you see your countries such as the USA, the rate for error, every single machinery is developed around that. Whereas for India and its bureaucratic control, the AI is a critical bold step. It's a very bold initiative to be taken rather than just comparing it like another integrated system that you will put in. It is a very bold step to be introduced in our bureaucratic system where we have to first develop systems, and our model should be based on this before integrating a full AI. Now let's see what is the way forward that we can go about. Like we mentioned, focus on applied AI solutions rather than competing with them. And second thing, we focus on your private public collaboration. That is very good thing with respect to India. And another thing is focus on key areas: education, health. Alongside, go for skilling, reskilling, upskilling, okay, and create the job opportunities that are coming from your AI. Base the economy on these models. Another thing is targeted GPU resource allocation. For example, for areas which have high research need, only on those you will allocate the resources that are very much limited in number, and also you will come up with AI specific policies. So all these are a necessary need now than ever. Now that's it. We've reached the end of content. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and share it along with your friends. Thank you.